Hi, this is Tammy Morrison of Unleashing Your True Self. I'm trying to get this lighting right, but sometimes it doesn't work. So, I'm coming on today because I wanted to introduce myself to some, if I can get this phone right, and reintroduce myself to others. So, as I am writing my book, hi Yvonne, thank you for joining. As I'm writing my book about my journey, I wanted to just share a little bit about me just so that people can understand where I'm coming from. So with my journey, I got married like really, really young. And of course, at that age, you think you know everything. And you just do shit. So I did. And I married a man that had absolutely no value for me. And so, of course, being the person that I am, not a quitter, I decided that I was going to try to hang in there and, had a couple of babies, of course. Probably should have divorced him years and years ago. However, I didn't. I did what a lot of women did. I thought about my kids and growing up without a father and all this kind of stuff that just really didn't make any sense. Hi, Regina. Thank you for joining. So I thought about all of that. And so in preparation for writing this book, oh, that's my sister. Hey, Anissa, thank you for joining. In preparation for writing this book, I had to go back in my mind and think about, where I want to go with it and who I wanted to help. Because in writing a book, there are various reasons that people do it, and mine is because I know that it can help some women. I know that there are women out there that really are struggling, and they need to hear a voice of someone that overcame, someone that is rewriting their story, someone that possibly could help them to get through the maze of what they're dealing with. Because nobody understands what you're dealing with but you when you're in the middle of it. And you think that nobody will even understand you at all. And so when I thought about that and I thought about writing this book that's been in me for over 20 years now, I began to really dig deep and dig down into the reasons and the feelings that I had going through. And I'm encouraging other women to do the same. Dig down into the feelings that you have and the reasons why you want to share your story. Now, what I'm doing right now is I'm encouraging other people. Hi, Andrea. Thank you for joining. To share your story. Because we all have one. This is one thing that I have learned is that we all have a story. Now, my story might be more sensational than yours. Yours might be more sensational than mine. It might be that the things that you've been through in your life and the things that you've dealt with, you felt like it was a normal thing. But more times than not, it was not normal. It just was your normal. Hi, Coach B. How you doing? Thank you for joining. So as you begin to consider sharing your story in whatever way feels good to you, and that's the other thing, share your story in a way that feels good to you. Now, right now, for me, I'm sharing my story right now, just a small portion of it, speaking to you guys to encourage someone else to share their story. Now, I'm going to caution you. You want to have done some healing work prior to sharing your story. You don't want to...
And that's because of the enormous...
Sorry, y'all. You want to do some healing work prior to sharing your story. You want to... Oh, Regina says she's excited about my book just listening to me now. And I'm excited every time I talk about it because I know that it's going to move people. Because when I read it, like I'm rereading it now, going over it and seeing if, I have everything like I wanted and it flows like I need it to flow and like I see it and like I visualize it in my mind. And so as I'm sharing and as I am telling my story, I can do so because I'm free of it. It's just a story. It's like telling the Jungle Book. It's like reading Hansel and Gretel or you know, one of those other fairy tale things, or it's like sharing a movie, you know, really, it's like sharing a movie because you've already seen the movie and then you can share it with other people. And so it's one of those type of things. And so now I'm sharing this story, and as I go, I'm going to do some more days where I'm just coming on here and just talking about it, because I know that that is going to be a blessing for so many people, you know, because it was a blessing for me when I think back on it. And I just did a video on judgment on YouTube. Check it out. So when I think back on it, and I know that I'm healed because I can share this story and it doesn't bother me. And like I said, it's just like sharing a movie. It's just like saying, okay, I went to see Bad Boys and it was good and this is what happened and blah, blah, blah. And you're all excited about it. Well, this is the same thing. You know, it's like I've gone through healing, and not that I'm completely healed. Nobody ever is. But I've gone through healing to free myself from the trappings of that story. And so now it's just a story. You know, it's something that can help people. It's something that people can learn. It's something that people can say, okay, you know, if she can do it, I can do it. You know, if she can deal with, you know, these things that she dealt with in this life, in this marriage, you know, and still come out on top, and still come out, you know, able to not be bitter and not be hateful and not be evil, because that is something that happens to so many women and men too, men as well. I'm not leaving my brothers out, because there are a lot of men that deal with that don't know what to do with it, because there are not a lot of men talking about it. And so as I share this, I know that it's going to be something that's going to completely revolutionize so many people's thinking, and it's going to cause so many people to come and share their story so that they can help other people, so that they can be a blessing, you know, because really that's what we are in this life, is a blessing, hopefully. However, me sharing this story is going to tell people, because when I think about it, you know, I used to ask God, there was a period of time where I asked God, why did I have to be that person that dealt with the things that I dealt with at such a young age? Because that was another part of it. I was young. You know, I had my first baby at 21 and my second one at 22. You would think that I would have learned after the first one. But that's a whole nother story, and it's not for today. However, I'm learning that as we share our story, we get free. It frees us as well as it helps and blesses other people, you know. And as I walk through this thing, you know, I'm going to be transparent so that you can see that, you know, I'm just a human being just like everybody else. You know, I'm a spiritual being in a human body, just like everyone else, just like all of you. And so as I open this thing up, because this book is going to be out in the next few months, and so I'm so excited about it, you know. And for a time I was actually fearful of putting it out, and I was fearful of writing it, and of course it's going to be based on a true story. But I was fearful of that because I didn't know, you know, how people would think and all that, and I thought about all these things. But now, you know, I'm free from even that and those trappings, because those are trappings as well. When you think about how other people are going to think about something that you do, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even make a difference. It doesn't matter. And as you get free, and as you are able to release these things, and as you know, and the thing is don't be embarrassed or ashamed of your story and your journey. Don't be embarrassed or ashamed, because it is your journey. Girl, yes. My sister says she's excited. And you know why? Because she's supposed to tell her story and write her book. But anyway, another time. So, hey, Beth Ann, thank you for joining. So, as excited as I am, we actually have another grandbaby that was born on today, this morning, 2:56. So we're actually going to see our new grandbaby, and I'm so excited about it because this makes number 2 for me, and it's another boy. But we're all excited, you know, about that. And for me, it marks a time of, you know, rewriting my story, because there was a time when I wasn't even sure, what was going to happen. I wasn't even sure, where it was going to go. And so just even that is something that is a blessing, because so many people, and let's be real, a lot of people, thank you, it's David and Destiny. So many people are afraid, and there's so much fear in the world. And so a part of my passion and a part of the thing that I know that I'm supposed to do in this world is to help people to get rid of all that fear and dispel all those myths and stop people from just walking and living in so much fear. I talk to people all the time, and they, so many people are just petrified of life, and it's so, and it's no wonder, because so many things happen in our lives, but it's no need to be fearful of it and petrified. Shit happens all the time, so you just have to roll with it and go and move to a place where you are and where you can see, and then just begin to trust, trust God, trust the universe, trust source, whatever it is that you believe in, believe. Hi, Hope. Thank you so much for joining. So just as you go through your day and as you begin to step out in your life, just know that God is faithful. For one thing, God is so faithful. And the other thing is, you can heal and you can begin to rewrite your story regardless of what has happened. And it's just an amazing thing when I consider that, because people will write you off. But the important thing is that you don't write yourself off. People write you off all the time. Hey, Reggie, thank you for joining. So people write you off all the time. They'll say, oh, well, she's done, but as long as you don't write yourself off, and as long as you continue to stand strong in your faith in that which you believe in, everything will work out. And as you begin to take this journey, hey, Trisha, thank you for joining. As you begin to take this journey and as you begin to move through life, begin to ask God, source, universe, what it is that you need to do and what it is that you need to share about your story. Hey, Coffee, thank you for joining. Hey, Alexis, thank you for joining. But find out what it is you need to share in your life and how you need to share your story. Because, I'm looking at even opportunities. Hey, Alexis, I'm not doing cards today. I'm sorry. Tomorrow, probably in the group. So, anyway, as you begin to open up and you begin to share your story and you begin to see opportunities to do so, miss you too. So as you begin to find opportunities for that, and the thing is opportunities are everywhere. This is what I'm learning, because I actually would love to speak to young people. Hey, Deborah, thank you for joining. And I'd like to speak to young people, to help them and encourage them, because, this generation, so many people write the millennials off, but the millennials are awesome. They are bad, and I love them and respect them, and I have a lot of fun with them. But yeah, so just be encouraged and just begin to, consult with your spiritual team about how to share your story, where to share your story, and who you would like to impact, because I'm sure that there are people in this world that need to hear what it is you're putting down. They need to hear it. It's just what is going on in this world. We have so many things happening and so many obstacles and so much hatred and so much stuff going on in this world, and the energy is like almost stopped up. So we are here to open that up. And sharing your story is a part of that. So I have to let you guys know that, because I am just bowling over with excitement about sharing my story. So I would encourage, and I'm going to invite you to share your story, because there are people out there that are waiting on you. They're waiting on your story. They're waiting to know that it's going to be okay. They're waiting to know that they can get through. It's amazing how that thing goes. It's like they are waiting and everything is happening, in their life for a reason. It's like you're looking, so many people are looking for mentors and things like that. For me, my mentors is usually my spiritual team, my angels, my ascended masters, my guides, Jesus, archangels. Those are usually mine, but everybody has them, and when you need them, they'll appear. They say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So I'm inviting you and I'm encouraging you to look at your story. Look at your story. And you will know when it's time to share. Hey, Beverly, thank you for joining. I'm actually about to wrap this up because we got to go see our new grandbaby. So anyway, thank you so much for joining, guys. I really, truly appreciate each and every one of you. And for those of you that catch the replay, please put #replay so that you can go back and watch. And then I can, thank you for watching. So again, thank you so much for joining. This is Tammy Morrison, your intuitive empowerment diva. And if you are an entrepreneur and you would like to come on my podcast that is being housed on YouTube right now, Straight Out of Savannah, Talking with Tammy, please reach out to me, send me a private message. So I thank you so much. I love all of you, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will probably see a lot of you tomorrow. Bye now.